Surely the presence of joy is in this place. I can feel its mighty power and its grace. There's a holy church around us. I see glory in its face. Surely the presence of joy is in this place. Surely the presence of peace is in this place. I can feel its loving power and its grace. There's a holy truth within us that no other can replace. Surely the presence of love is in this place. I can feel its tender power and its grace. There's a holy glow within us that nothing can erase. Surely the presence of love is in this place.
May we sit here this morning and make sure that our awareness is on our presence. Are we here as the authentic, real deal self? When we leave here this afternoon, when we go wherever we're going to go, are we going to go as our authentic self? Or we're going to be acting out a part we think people wanted to hear and see? This world needs us to be our authentic, real self. This world needs our presence. That's why we were created, to be what we are. Our true, identical, authentic self. We're going through some very difficult times in this world. Pretty scary times. And our world needs us to hang in there, to hang tough, to be our authentic self. To just hang in there, kind of like a hair stuck on a grilled cheese sandwich. You know, we just need to hang tough. We've all been there, haven't we? Sure. Just awareness, that's the key, my dear friends. Being aware of who we are. What presence are we bringing to wherever we're at any given moment in time? Something to ponder, I think, and so it is.
Two things happened fairly recently for me that have shaped this message and had a profound effect on me. First, shortly before Christmas, I read something, probably on Facebook, that led me to do something I had never done before, something along the lines of random acts of kindness. My wife and I went to the dollar store where I bought a small box of gallon-sized Ziploc bags. Then we went up and down the aisles and picking out things that we thought someone who had no home might find useful or would just enjoy having. Small packages of cookies and jerky, candy bars, socks, nail clippers, handy wipes, a small sewing kit, a packet of safety pins, a small box of Band-Aids, camo pattern because Kendra has a thing for camo, a small first aid kit, fruit cups, applesauce, a package of nuts, small cans of tuna and chicken, cheese and crackers. We went up and down every aisle and filled up 2 carts. We got 6 of everything, a number I just randomly decided on. When we checked out, I ended up spending over twice what I had originally thought I would spend. I wasn't sorry I had spent that much, and we didn't take anything back. After we were done, Kendra, who absolutely hates shopping of any kind, said to me, "That was fun." We went home, and I divvied everything up among the 6 bags. They were totally stuffed. I put them in my car, and whenever I was out driving, I kept my eyes peeled for someone who might like one of my bags. I didn't see anyone. Then I started actively looking for someone. Apparently, they all had somewhere else to go. The first gift was finally given on Christmas Day in Martinez as we were driving home from my daughter's. After that, I started finding people in Rohnert Park. At first, I wasn't sure how to approach them. I finally settled on simply asking, "May I give you a gift?" Everyone graciously said yes. And I got many blessings in return. The second thing that happened was I read a quote from Maya Angelou, someone I greatly admire. She said, "When we give cheerfully and accept gratefully, everyone is blessed." Now, I didn't tell you this story, so you would think that I was a cool and thoughtful person. Mostly, I told you this story to share with you how happy Kendra and I were going through that dollar store, picking things out, and how grateful I was that I was able to do this, and how many thanks and blessings I got in return. From folks who didn't have much, they gave me what they could, and I was grateful to receive it.
Thank you very much, Catherine. And good morning, everyone. I'm just going to say something and just, I don't know. Announcements. First of all, we're happy to see our song leader back. And don't squeeze her too hard. You don't wanna send her back to that place. We're just happy you're here. And take it easy, okay? Thursday morning, 10 a.m. spiritual book study. It's going to be this Thursday at 10 o'clock. Okay. Monday evenings.
February, the announcement will be in the newsletter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Next Sunday is our 124th annual meeting. The first one was on June 6th, I think, in 2001.
Maybe 1901.
Or 1901. Thanks, Kelly. I get confused. All those big numbers sometimes. And I think it was June 6th. That's when they formed the church. And next week I'm going to tell you a lot about it. But it's going to be potluck, and annual meeting after church. So come and enjoy. I need to see Gloria. I want to remind everybody when you write checks, make sure you write 24 and not 23. Gloria and Joy wrote checks last week. The bank wouldn't take them, so we got to have them sign their little initials and change the date so we can run their checks. So please see me after church, Gloria, and you can change the date and initial it so they know you did it. I was going to do it, and I thought, nah. And a reminder again that February 25th, the last Sunday in February, Bonnie is going to be doing chicken and dumplings, and other people are going to help out with other stuff that goes with it, but that's become an annual tradition, just like our annual meeting. And so not quite as many though, so, right, you didn't start this till what, 1912 or something? Oh, yeah. Okay. That's a long time still. You've been here, what, over 30 years, I'm sure. So. Okay, well, that's good. That's good. Oh, Taylor, would you come up with and see me today? How are you? You're very good. I like those shoes. They're all sparkly and everything. Oh, look at that. We got the kitty. Now, what's new? I heard a rumor, a story. I heard that Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, you're going to be 4. Is that right? Huh?
At Chuck E. Cheese yesterday.
What's that?
Party. Had a birthday party yesterday at Chuck E. Cheese's.
Oh, we had a birthday party yesterday, and we're probably gonna have a little birthday party right after church today. But I think, in case somebody's gotta go right after church, I think we should all sing happy birthday to Taylor right now. Can we do that, Maestro?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Taylor. Happy birthday to you.
Now will somebody please help me get Oh. Are there any other announcements? What? Okay, I'll remind you every Sunday between now and the 25th of February, just so we don't forget. All right, let me see. I think that was all the announcement. You know, sometimes I get very frustrated with the number of songs that we sing. It's like, I've been here for 24 years, and it seems like we do a lot of the same songs over and over and over, and I'm constantly looking. And I'll just go through, I've got a hymnal at home, and I'll just go through and start looking at lyrics. And then I'll put one of those stickums, you know, that post-it. And I've got so many in this hymnal, there's like 100. And so then I go back through again, nah, that's not good. So I found a couple, and I sent them to Michael, and we're gonna try this. Happiness is found within, number 120 in the Wings. Michael, will you play it through once so we got an idea what it's supposed to sound like? And then let's try it, because I think the lyrics are good.
I'll go through it once.
All right. You can stand up if you'd like to.
Happiness is found within. Happiness is found to win. I can change my thoughts to gloomy gladness. Happiness is found within. Happiness is found within. Happiness I'm bound to win. I can change my thoughts from no intent to can do. Happiness is found within. We search and seek in outer ways to find our happiness. But when we turn to power within, we turn from no to yes. I can change my mind today. Change my thoughts to good to say. Joy is part of me, it is my very nature. Happiness is found with, happiness is found with, happiness is found within. We search and seek in outer ways to find our happiness. But when we turn to power within, we turn from no to yes. I can change my mind today. Change it to what to say. Joy is part of me, it is my very nature. Happiness is found with, happiness is found with, happiness is found within.
And so it is, and now it's time to greet each other in the traditional Church of the Oaks fashion.
That came out good.
Thank you very much.
Fast.
We'll do that again.
Yeah.
My Saturday morning, I thought
Yeah, exactly.
So, what's next? Celebrating our abundance. I think Catherine's mini message this morning I don't have to say anything. I don't have to say another word. Let's read together the affirmation of abundance, shall we? A consciousness of abundance is known with our souls and mouth. May we ponder that exquisite wisdom, sir. Thank you, Michael. As we prepare for our meditation this morning, let's sing together number 97, The Wings, in the stillness of the silence.
In the stillness of the silence, I am one with perfect light. I am built to live in freedom. Joy now fills me, mind and heart. In the stillness of the silence, I am one with God and love. I am wise, my thoughts are loving. Peace that fills me, mind and heart. In the stillness of the silence, I am one with God the good. I am trusting as I listen. Faith that fills me, thrills me, mind and heart.
One of Mary Oliver's poems ends with this: I hardly move, though really I am traveling a terrific distance. Stillness, one of the doors into the temple. Using her poetic words, comfortably quiet yourselves. Leave any concerns outside as you enter through your own temple door. Inside, envision a warm light that shines through you and around you. This is your time to journey into stillness. So let's begin with slow, deep breaths. as we end this meditation, know that stillness and that warm light is always within, loving and protecting you. And so it is.
Thank you, Kelly. Before I begin the message this morning, I forgot. I didn't know how I could do this. I forgot an announcement. We have a flower calendar next door on the wall, and I would behoove all of us to check it out and see there are plenty of opportunities for us to share our abundance of this beautiful planet that we live on. So, that's all I'll say about that now. Our light, we talk about we are the light of the world. We talk about letting our light shine. The last song we're going to sing today is This Little Light of Mine, I'm going to let it shine. I watched an interview between Oprah and Michelle Obama. It was about her book. She released a book recently called The Light We Carry. And it was about depending on this light within us to get us through like the pandemic and all of the stripes and troubles that we have in life. We've all heard that in every theology there is, they talk about the light and the light within. What is that? Anybody care to describe it for us? I think the light within us is the energy we emit. It's our essence. It's our aura. It's our presence. And so many times what we share isn't our authentic self. It isn't the real us. It isn't our light. It's what we think people want to see or hear. We are unique, absolutely unique. And yet we try not to be unique. I'll give you an example. They tell us, the smart people tell us, that there are no two sets of fingerprints out of 8 billion people. There are no two sets that are alike. That's hard to imagine, but 8 billion people, no two fingerprints alike. And somehow we accept that. We're fine with that. I really would rather have Michael's fingerprints than mine. I think they're much better than mine. We don't say that. But that's the only thing that we don't covet from our neighbors, I think. Well, they seem to have a great life. And I thought while Michelle Obama and Oprah were talking about sharing their light, and I thought, here's two ladies that together, they have more money than 100 million of America's poorest people. And it might be easier for them to let their light shine because they don't have to worry about PG&E coming in at the end of the month. They have plenty of gas to put in their car. And I know they had to work pretty hard for their special and their interview on. They had to have their hair done and their fancy clothes and stuff. And it might be a little easier to let their light shine. But we don't know, do we? Maybe they work at letting their light shine. And they're just people. They're just people like all the rest of them. Oprah Winfrey has done so much good stuff in the world. On one hand. On the other hand, she's a very unscrupulous, ruthless businesswoman who has made gazillions of dollars. But that's part of her. But she takes the other part of her and spends that money for the good of others. And Michelle Obama, I think, has very similar characteristic. You don't get to be the first lady and do book tour and stuff without being a little bit ruthless and tough. You have to be. But she's sharing what she can for the good of humanity. No different than the people sitting right here in this room. But we always seem to put ourselves down. We always want to try to fit in. Well, whenever we're trying to fit in, we aren't being our authentic self. When we try to fit in, we are uncomfortable. The real us, our light, is getting covered up. Prove my point. How long's it been since you tried to put on shoes that didn't belong to you, that were 2 sizes too small? No difference. No difference at all. You try to fit in something that isn't the you, and it's very uncomfortable. And you're not being you. Brene Brown writes books and books and talks hours about the difference between fitting in and being. Because your authentic self, that's belonging. You were created to be you. Not Michael, not Bonnie, you. That's what the universe needs. That's your plan. The universe needs us to be our own light. We have a young lady here with us this morning that's going to be 4 years old on Tuesday. When she's been here as long as I have, she'll be on the board at this church. She'll be making decisions. Is she going to make decisions based on her authentic self? Is it going to be her light that is shining? Or is she going to be what she thinks people want to see? It's our responsibility to teach her and show her how to be her own light. It's our responsibility in this family to help each other be our own light. I think we do that pretty well. But what happens when we walk out of here? Are we the same folks? How can we teach the people in our community out there to be authentic, that the world needs their light? I saw this once, I thought it was great. We can be an example. Example speaks louder than words. That little girl right there is going to grow up, and she is going to learn by watching us. Her mother is going to tell her, la, yada, 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 yada. And she's going to say, yeah, Mom, yada, 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 yada. But she's going to become and learn from the examples that we and the rest of her community provide her. Let's do a little experiment, shall we? Everybody take their finger out like this and watch me closely. Got your finger out like this? Douglas, you got your finger? Oh, okay. I want to see those fingers. Okay. Now, place your finger on your chin. Put it here first. Almost all of you. Examples speak louder than words. We do what we see, not so much what we're told. So can we keep that in mind, perhaps, as we go down to Oliver's, as we stand in the line at Walmart, as we sit down to discuss just whose tree limb fell on the fence with our neighbor and how we're going to fix this problem. Can our light of integrity and consideration and acceptance shine? Or are we going to be concentrated on our checkbook and be just as greedy and ruthless as we need to be so we don't have to pay for it? We all have these things that don't serve us very well. And they can be part of that real light that we have. But how much good does that do for our universe? Or is it just us? I did a quote, I think it was last week or the week before, that just sticks in my mind all the time. A storyteller makes up stuff for the best benefit of a lot of people. A liar makes up stuff to benefit himself. Maybe I made up too much stuff. I don't know why that stuff. But I think all of us cover up our lights a little bit from time to time. I know I do, and I don't think I'm any different than anybody in here. I can get cranky, and I can become somebody who I certainly don't think is the real me. I think it might be the person who I think needs to show up today and be tough, or be mean, be the nasty landlord. But I think when we allow our own inner light, that light from our soul, to be the energy that we share with the world, to be the aura that people feel when they give us a hug, to be that essence of what we truly, truly are. I think that's when we come in contact and find the joy and the peace Kelly spoke about this morning. We started our service with surely the presence of joy and peace and love is here. The only reason it's here is because we got to bring it. It's everywhere, but we don't feel it so much. We don't feel the joy, we don't feel the peace or the love until we come in contact with another human being or another living thing. Some of them have 3 legs and some have 4. This church has survived. I'm going to share some of what it has survived over the last 124 years. And I just can't believe sometimes that this is what we are. this family that gets together and has dinner together once a month and talks on the phone and shares our operations and our upsets and our support and our acceptance with each other. And it's not conditional. We just are, and we accept we are. We accept the light that we allow to shine. We have been given, the members of this church, of this corporation, of the shareholders of this corporation, we own free and clear a couple $1 million worth of real estate and some amazing historic buildings. What does it cost us? We have to promise to share our time, our talent, our thought, and our treasure. But what's the cost? I think the cost is for us to share our authentic self, to share our light with this community that has supported this church. I'm talking about Katahdin, Sonoma County, has supported this church for 124 years. It's gone through depressions, wars, earthquakes, fires, floods, some very questionable charactered folks through the years. I look in this room and I think we should just walk in mass, just walk into places like Oliver's and Home Depot and Safeway and just, everybody have to buy sunglasses before they can leave. Just from the light, just from the integrity and the love and the acceptance and the compassion that the people in this room have. And I guess I don't need to explain that to us so much. I just want to remind us to be aware that we are the example of our consciousness to our community. We are examples of what an adult is to that little girl sitting there in the second pew. I think that's a pretty huge responsibility, but I think we're up for it. I know we are. We wouldn't be here if we weren't. So when we think about shining our light, let's be aware of what light we're shining, if at all. Sometimes we cover that light up too much that it's not even visible. We're busy trying to be somebody else or something else or putting on a show. Let's be aware. Let's shine that divine light that's within us wherever we go. Let's do that. Maestro, fire him up, sir. Song lead, come up close, slowly and gently. And let's stand and sing This Little Light of Mine. I'm going to let it shine.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little little amen, shall we? Don't forget, we're gonna celebrate Taylor's birthday next school. Right now.
You're so welcome. Good to see you.
Calm yourself down. Right, right. Turn up the volume. Sorry to holler. I can't